Trying to figure out what love's about. Mom came busting through that door. What? No more. Kick that girl out in the street. Next time I'll be more discreet. Wild son of a gun. Pay for all I've done. Well, then get upset, 'cause I ain't done just yet.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down, Packers.
33, yellow.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Love. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. These two teams, they met in Lambeau earlier in the season with the Packers winning that ball game. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 10.
Trouble, 38. Here we go. Red, 38.
Working out of the gun. Love. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Set, ready. 52 blue.
In motion left, that's Reed. Love to throw for it on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
The Packers first down.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Ready. 45. Set.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you. As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground, here's the rookie from Ole Miss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw McCarthy. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Well, the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
Brings up 4th down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to it quickly.
And that's what you count on, you know, like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Hunter. And he stopped immediately there. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that.
Set, ready. 62 Blues.
Now Love. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Throwing is McCarthy. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air with McCarthy. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after good by Gruber. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following a touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
On the double. Down.
Here's Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Packers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right in the yard. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 1.
Ready.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get it down to the plane of the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
To throw now, here's Love. And Watson has it right side. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
52 plus. 38.
Love now. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Ready.
Throwing. Love. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up second and 7.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now McCarthy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And he is caught into space at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
First down.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead. Quickly able to add the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now Penny with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
This is a half with not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Get ready. 63.
To throw again on second down. Love. Got a man, that's Hunter. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. Operating from the gun, Love. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Let's go now. Doing that. 60 red. 60 red. Ready?
Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Panther 60, Panther 60, hurt. 18 rapper, 18 rapper.
A final shot before break. McCarthy. A quick throw there. He is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A final shot before break. McCarthy. And his throw is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half They didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Working out of it again is McCarthy. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And that will be incomplete.
Let's do it for what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Trying to pull me back, right? Hit the coffee in the club, it's on. I'm with my eyes, chicks, and she smash it gone. Hit the roof on fire, man. Just let it burn. Talking about.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Let's go. Red, 38.
Out of his end zone, Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 on the 19-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
Here's Hunter. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Again on the ground with Hunter. There he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
We still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they'll run it with Hunter. And this will be a Packers first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Come on, set. Good, 32. Good, 62. Go.
Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, giving different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping off.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. Now Love. This is caught by Williams. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
60, ready.
Operating from the gun. Love. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2. They'll look to throw. It's complete. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Here's McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. McCarthy going to sneak it. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Here we go, Shaq.
Now Wilder. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 2. Looking to throw McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
This is Wilder. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground. Wilder again. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he will be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do. Kept this a 1-score game.
Without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of a touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Love from the gun. He finds Watson. It's caught. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Savion Williams, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Ready, set.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point
Love
conversion.
throwing for it. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green
This
Bay.
one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here's first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Seems pretty obvious defensively. The key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll come up now on second down.
Ready.
On play action, McCarthy. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 23
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Mason going to get it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. How about the call to come with a blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
A big play looming on third down. Throwing is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We might more Power Ranger. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk
avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 30, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gets your gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
Let's go. Ready.
Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Ready, ready. 50, green.
Now Love. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Now we're in a situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And that's incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The kick by McManus is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. That's caught by Addison. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. He's back to throw. That is caught at the 7. 17 more yards. Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if he tied the game, they couldn't go any farther? They had too many injuries? I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.